So now I need to make the generator more powerful, slash get some solar panels in here, slash a better generator in general. Do we have a bunch of spare biofuel we could turn into fuel? Probably somewhere. Okay, I already made that. So what I need is just to do this, really. Oh right, this thing. Super useful. Somewhere, yeah. Should be some in there that will probably work a little bit. What you trying to what you trying to use? The temperature thing?
Yeah.
Oh, it uses AAA's? I thought it was plugged into the wall.
No, that's a different temperature plug.
Oh.
The temperature probe we have, and it wasn't showing the numbers, so I'm going to change some batteries to see if that fixes it or not.
I gotcha.
Okay, yeah, that was the issue.
Okay, so I did make 3 of these, or 4 of these when I needed more of the other kind. So redstone into iron. I guess I should just have it in powder form until I need it. Just melt it on the go. So eventually that's an instant process anyway. Redstone.
Where's he at? Where's he going?
So I have this to do. Which means I need this, right? So I need 4 of the redstone still. Boop, boop, bam. So 6 redstone and some glass panes. One iron ingot. Power of the sun
Salute the sun.
in the palm of my hand.
All right, I'm back.
You better be. So does mechanism have power cables, or how does this work? I don't even remember. Mechanism. Oh, they do. Got universal cables. Steel and redstone, okay. Brutal. But I think I could just pop this in here for a sec. Yeah, there we go. So I'm on 153274. Goodness gracious. I guess I should dig up from the ground instead. I don't know what I'm doing. It went ding again.
Hmm? Yeah, don't worry about it.
I'm so worried. Do you hear the rising panic in my voice? It's devastating.
Failing to hear it.
Wow.
Desperately trying to find it.
Wow. This is silly what I'm doing, I think, but I'm already in the middle of doing it, so. Took me way too long to realize that what I'm doing was silly, but here I am. And I'm just lucky I didn't run out of power on that damn thing, because I would have been just stuck in a hole in the middle of the ground. Oh wow, I was way off. Where did I put that thing? Okay, it's over here. I don't know why I did all of that before I had any cables. That was really the dumbest part of what I just did. It's really hasn't stopped yet. Iron with some coal in it. Some enriched iron. Right? I think. I don't think you just put coal in. Oh, do you? Or do you gotta do it twice? I think you might gotta do it twice. Yeah. Damn it. It's fucked up. Steel dust. What I guess I should be doing still is making this. Need 4 of those.
happening in 2 months. So just you should be prepared for that. The first 5 weeks are physical training, meaning they're getting them into physical shape to be a cop/soldier. The military is good. We need more of it. And you should want to do it. Then the next 5 weeks is mental. So they basically put the serum in you again, so you hallucinate and you learn to face your biggest fears. When we're starting with the physical challenge, Triss is just getting her ass fucking handed to her over and over again. They start doing just like fights, like hand-to-hand combat, and she gets thrown to the ground immediately every time because she's maybe 100 pounds soaking wet. By the way, if you're in the bottom half of your class, you just get kicked out of the faction and you have to be homeless. She's friends with Zoe Kravitz and 2 white men that are truly interchangeable. I could not tell you who's who. They get tattoos, and she gets this fucking tattoo, this Demi Lovato tattoo. So she starts, because Triss is at the bottom half of her class and she doesn't want to be kicked to the streets. She starts training at night to get more physically commanding. This is when 4 starts to help her. He's not nice. He's still not nice to her. He's still like, shut the fuck up. But he's helping her get physically stronger. And this is good because it's like somebody should show a little bit of empathy towards the children that are basically fighting for their lives. Then they do knife throwing. One of Triss's friends drops his knife. Also, like, do you get trained in knife throwing in cop school in the army? Why do you need to know how to throw knives? Like, surely everyone's using guns. They're throwing knives, and one of Triss's friends, he like fucks up his throw and he drops it. So then one of the teachers is like, go pick it up while everyone else is throwing knives.
What?
The ramblings of an old
'Kay.
woman.
And as somebody who did archery at sleepaway camp, you know that that's not safe. He's gonna get a knife in his body. And Triss is like, hey, that's fucked up. Which again, this makes no fucking sense. If the value of this faction is bravery, is it not brave to stand up to somebody in charge? That's brave. She should be valued for that. But instead he goes, okay, now you go stand at that target and 4's gonna throw knives at you. So 4 throws knives around her body, like cuts her ear. And she's like, why did you cut me? And he's like, Eric wasn't going to let you off unless I cut you a little bit. And that's romantic when he cuts you just a little bit with the knife because society is broken. Then they do more hand-to-hand combat. She has to fight Miles Teller, Top Gun's very own. He fucking destroys her because fucking obviously. He's also kind of like a racist, misogynist. He's like the villain in this, but like he has probably like 9 lines of dialogue total and they're all like slur adjacent. He calls her a stiff, which is the made up slur in this universe for abnegation because they're stiff because they feed the homeless, and that's bad. And that's bad. That's lame. And people hate that. And then he destroys her. He basically cracks her head open in the wrestling ring. She passes out for a day. And then when she wakes up, her friends are like, oh, we're gonna go play capture the flag and that's our final test. You shouldn't come because you're in the fucking infirmary, but if you don't come, you will fail. So Triss is obviously like, I gotta go play capture the flag. Which, by the way, is this what army training is? Hand-to-hand combat, capture the flag, knife throwing, jumping in a hole. That's what it is to be in the army. She helps them win the capture the flag. It's incredibly boring and useless.
Knife throwing, capture the flag, and jumping in a hole. Welcome to the army.
Scene, I just want you to know, because she helps them win capture the flag, she then rises in the rankings enough to not be cut off. Now they're doing the mental training. So they go in and they practice, and you go into your fear landscape, which is like you basically are hallucinating and you're in your top 3 fears. Triss's is a lot of like drowning and birds attacking her, and she's able to slay, like she kills it in this because she's divergent. She knows she's lucid dreaming, so she's like, oh, I'll just leave, it's not real. And 4 sees this because he's helping her train using the serum, and he's like, if you get too good, they will kill you. Which again, why? There's this one woman who works at like the tattoo parlor, and she's like, yo, my brother was divergent. He was like you, he got really good during the mental tests. And then the president looked in on his test, and the next day they found him thrown off a building. There's just no exposition as to why this is a threat in any way, because it doesn't really seem like the government is that challenged. If your government is going to be toppled by a 16-year-old girl who could lucid dream, you got bigger problems. I'm sorry. Because 4 realizes that Triss is divergent and he's also divergent, he starts helping her. They go into his fear landscape and he teaches her how to solve them like a dauntless. So instead of being like, oh, I'm lucid dreaming, it's like, you've got to figure out how to face the fear. And this is when he starts being nice to her, basically. It's like an hour and 45 minutes into this 2.5 hour movie, which also, why is this movie 2.5 hours? What happened to a 90-minute beautiful film? And it's important to note that this movie is definitely targeted at, you know, teenage girls, tween girls, and I think teaching them the truth that men, if they're mean to you for a really long time and then they start being nice to you because they think you're different, that's okay, and you should fall in love with them, because that's true. So Erudite wants to overthrow the government that's run by abnegation, and in doing so, Erudite is spreading a rumor that the president Marcus mistreated his son, and that's why his son left abnegation. Triss goes into Four's mind landscape and finds out that Marcus is his father, and he left because Marcus is an abuser. What? Oh my god! She finds out that he's been abused and he carries a lot of trauma. This is really not explored. She goes to visit her brother. She's like, oh no, I'm worried about mom and dad because the government's going to be overthrown. There's like 9 plot lines in this movie. None of them really matter. And her brother's like, now that he's an erudite, he's like, actually, abnegation is bad and erudite is good. She goes home, and because she's like killing it and slaying it in like the mental challenges, the other guys start getting jealous. So the 2 white boys who are her friends, one of them gets really jealous because he's not good at facing his mental fears. The choice he makes, instead of kind of like reckoning with that, trying to improve himself, he tries to kidnap Triss and throw her off a building. He tries to murder her. Four is there and saves her. She's rightfully traumatized by this. It's fucked. And Four's like, you're getting good. That's why they're jealous. It's like, that doesn't make it any better. I just almost got murdered. Literally less than 12 hours after he tried to push her off a building and kill her, the white guy is like, I'm so sorry. Will you forgive me? First of all, let her cool off for a bit. You're coming hot and fast on the regret. Give her a minute. Obviously, Triss says no, so he kills himself. He jumps off a bridge.
What?
Why? This is my theory that this book is somehow written by somebody who is secretly incredibly alt-right. The moral of this book seems to be women need to heal men and anticipate their needs or they will die. Anyways, Triss does her test. She passes with flying colors. She does it the dauntless way, not the divergent way, so she's all good. It's all good, baby. Everyone's having a good time. Then right after they pass, they get injected with a serum and they're like, this is because you're a soldier, whatever. They all go to bed and then they get woken up in the middle of the night because the serum is like a mind control serum and it's making all of the dauntless soldiers basically just like get up and get ready for war. But if you're divergent, the serum doesn't work on you. So Triss has to pretend. Why are they being mind controlled? Great question. It's because erudite is taking over the government, so they want Dauntless to do a genocide against the abnegation. It's awesome, and it makes sense. It makes sense. Don't think about it. So basically, all the Dauntless are rounding up all the abnegation to shoot them in the head and kill them. Triss and Four break free and get separated. Four gets taken back to Dauntless headquarters. Triss finds her family and her brother, who now realizes he's been wrong for believing erudite's lies, and they go because they've got to get into the Dauntless headquarters to turn off the fucking serum. While this is happening, at a certain point, she finds out that her mom, who this whole time has been a boring
in the last little while.
There might be some or some charcoal if you're desperate.
That'll work.
And that inside the treehouse in one of the stack chests.
Alright. See what you got.
I put a mega torch down so hostiles won't spawn around us for a certain block radius.
Okay.
So if you see like a large torch, like, leave it alone.
You got it. Big ass torch. I see it. Big chunky boy.
Yeah. Quite large. I hope the video game can see how many trees I'm replanting.
What do
I
you
hope
think
these
it's going
make it
to
work.
like? You think it's gonna like have a karma score and it's keeping track of how good you're doing with rebuilding the environment in your state in your wake?
Would be interesting for a realistic mod, I think.
Would be. I think there's supposed to be something like that in Civilization 7, but I think or 6 or whatever. But I think it was. I don't know if it was well received. I've never played much of it enough to get to the climate change part, but supposedly it was supposed to be like everyone in the game who's playing, if they do a bunch of industry shit, the world gets worse and, you know, tides start rising and stuff. That'd be cool.
Very interesting.
air? What? Oh, I guess you can heat it up with something else? Weird. Terrible time for the game to freeze on me. What the hell?
Right. Oh, still got some peanuts.
Oh my god, that was scary.
Oh. Why do I have your AirPods?
You had mine?
Mm-hmm.
Weird. Why did we have each other's?
Oh, you might have given me the wrong one by accident.
Maybe so. Okay, yeah, you heat it up by putting heat around it. Makes sense to me. That was probably not what I intended to do, but I guess it's fine. It doesn't matter. It's all going to the same place.
Ooh, that's not the right block. You're watching all the blocks just kind of make them just start changing.
Oh, my controller died.
Just starts doing fairy magic. Oh, shoot.
That should be enough. And as I like now, right now, I should stop using a smelter and coal. Stop smelting things with coal and bring all your shit to my electrical smelter. It uses the sun.
What is this? When did I get an arcane crystal in my inventory?
So I need steel. 2 of those things. How do I make that again? Redstone into osmium. Oh, hey, buddy. Wait, come back. I got shit to give you. Come back. Yeah, some of that. And then... Oh, boy, you want that? Oh, you just wait, buddy. I got some of that for you. You don't go nowhere, alright? I heard you want some of this. I got that sweet, sweet cobblestone. It's all around you, but I'll sell you some of mine.
Who?
The goblin trader, he's in my house.
Oh, he's back again, huh?
Yeah, he's just buying all the shit. I've been
Oh,
stockpiling my cobblestone so I can just sell it to him.
I see.
I've gotten like 30 emeralds off of him. No, 16.
Very nice. Is it like per stack?
He wants a half stack of emerald for a half stack for an emerald. You can also turn all your copper ore into 2 copper ingots, and he can turn all 2 of your gold ore into 3 gold ingots.
Where'd he go?
He's over here by me. Oh,
You're so cute.
he is. Damn it, I can't trade with him while you're trading with him.
Well, duh.
Boo!
If you give him an egg, he gives you 6. Let's see, for a diamond pickaxe and fortune 3, he'll give you fortune 4. And for a shovel and unbreaking 3, unbreaking 4. It's not a bad trade, but... Flesh. I do have an abundance of flesh, but I might need it for something later.
okay. You just want to come push me.
Get pushed upon.
Oh wait, I literally don't have room for all this copper. Alright, he's gone, and I don't think I need him no more. Thanks, buddy. I almost threw all the emeralds you gave me straight into the fire. Doo 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 doo.
Oh, I'd literally gotten carrots last time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, look at your little black piglets. Why are y'all so cute? Oh my goodness. Bro, I think it was so hard for me to find like chickens and stuff. Oh, hi. You took all the copper ingots. That's fine. That's fine.
Oh, he only can do one set of trades?
Well, he probably resets every once in a while.
No, I get that. I just didn't know it would be just one between the two of us, too.
Yeah. Bro, wait. I'm sitting up here doing this flower magic
Glass,
shit. How do I do that
Oh, boy.
forbidden?
Steel. Damn it.
Where's the book of this dang mod?
Glass. So that's all that's left is this thing. That just means one steel bit.
Ah, yes, and you have to make the shiny shit that you need a bunch of shit for. It's like, ugh. obtained by giving a wild starbuncle a gold nugget?
Did you hear the music just cut off randomly?
I did.
What the hell? Why does that keep happening? Also, where'd all the torches around this thing go? Hey, goblin boy.
Novice spell book is every iron tool in a book. Wow.
What? This was just working, so that can't be the case, that it's just broken immediately.
Door.
Unless that's totally the case somehow.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Alright, fine. I'm making a whole damn chimney then. There we go. Ow.
Mom, lady, moms are boring, and once you become a mother, your life basically ends. That's the POV of this. Before she was in abnegation, she was in Dauntless. So she grabs a gun, she starts gunning everyone down. It's honestly the best part of the movie. It comes in 15 minutes left of the movie. A savior, a shining light, gunning down everyone. It's awesome. She dies, she gets shot. Her dad also gets shot. But they break in. She's with Marcus and her brother. Four is being mind controlled and tries to kill Triss. He's holding a gun against her head like this because Janine is evil and making him do it. And she just goes, "It's okay. I love you. It's okay. I love you. I love you. It's okay. It's okay." Gun at her head. She's stronger than I am. I'd be like, "Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you." Because she says, "I love you." She heals his trauma. He breaks free of the mind control. Women are actually supposed to rehabilitate damaged men. You're supposed to heal them. That's kind of your job. Her and Four take Janine down. They put mind control serum in her neck and she turns off the serum so that no more Dauntless murder. And they all get on a train to leave. And Four helps his abusive father. His abusive father is there like, "Help me on the train." And Four's like, "Okay." So that's the end of that storyline. The key to surviving abuse is forgiveness at any and all costs. That's Divergent, baby. That's basically the movie. It's horrible. Thank you so much for watching this video. You can follow my Instagram. All that fun stuff's in the description below. I'll see you soon. Bye.
Alright, fine. I'll watch you watch one more teen dystopia movie. What do you got? The Maze Runner.
So a
is
bunch of the boys
a
from the
thing,
Glade
so.
go with this crew into the maze to escape. Worth noting, fully jogging. A light jog. Should be called the Maze Jogger, for sure. Harley, and today we are talking, as we often do, about either cinema, literature, high culture, which is why, of course, today we are discussing The Maze Runner. This is a series written by James Dashner, which I genuinely, full chest, constantly confuse with James Patterson. It's a trilogy that came to popularity and rode the wave of the YA dystopia trend of, I would say, the 2010s, right? I think that's right. The movies themselves came out after the success of The Hunger Games, of course, and it kind of offered a boy band alternative to the Hunger Games? What if instead of a strong, complex female character, we kind of made the Hunger Games mixed with a One Direction fanfiction? The basic premise is our main character, Thomas, wakes up coming up in like an elevator in the middle of this dome. It's like a green dome filled with other teenage boys. One teenage boy gets sent up every month, and as far as they are concerned, the only way out is through this maze that's in the dome, and they have maze runners trying to get them out. As the series goes along, it is then revealed, which we will talk about today as I talk about the plot, why this is. Because that's where the dystopian actually comes in. Spoiler alert, there's gonna be a lot of spoilers for the maze runner in this. It's kind of like if Katniss woke up in the Hunger Games, but didn't know anything about her past or what the Hunger Games was. So that mystery makes the first book, and I would argue the first movie, very, very compelling. But then once you have to explain why they're in the maze, it's less clear than the Hunger Games. I bring up the Hunger Games because I do really think that that is like the pinnacle of a very, very good YA dystopian. It is about teenagers, but takes teenagers seriously. It is very clear in its messaging and very effective in what it's trying to communicate. Very clear in what it's trying to communicate. And I think The Maze Runner, which today I will talk about the lore and the plot and my thoughts on it, the first movie, although I would love to go through the trilogy as well if you are interested. The first installment in the series I think is very compelling because you're like, what's happening? I don't know what it is. I like the characters a lot. So you're like in on them surviving this damn maze. But then once they get out and you have to stick the landing of why they're in the maze, you're kind of like, okay, yeah, oh, yeah, sure, yeah. Like, I watched this due in part to, it's been suggested on my Patreon a lot. If you want extra videos from me, I post a monthly Patreon video that is voted on by members of the Patreon. It's a lot of fun. Somebody was like, you should do the Maze Runner. And I was like, I need to do that for the main channel. Like, that's just simply too good of an idea. But also one of my friends rewatched the Maze Runner series and was like, the way these movies fall apart after the first one is truly nuts. So I'm gonna walk through the first one today, talk about the lore, those things, and then if that's something that you're interested in, we will discuss the rest of the series. Before we get into the rest of the video, I don't know if you know this, but the internet is not a safe place. And even though clicking on the wrong link or signing up for a sketchy mail still like opens and he is in the simulator. He's like, thank you much for sponsoring this video, Proton Mail. Let's get into the Maze Runner. So the Maze Runner begins with Dylan O'Brien, unnamed at this time. We learn his name is Thomas later. He's like in a scary elevator with supplies being simply like shot up through the ground, and he's very disoriented and very, very confused as what's going on. The elevator kind of like opens and he is in this greenery, which we then know is called the Glade. Basically a field surrounded by other teenage boys. Terrifying. He learns through talking to Albie, who is the leader, the proto-leader of this like Lord of the Flies-esque community where all the boys live in the Glade. Kind of the rules of the world. I think this is very effective storytelling, to be honest, to just be like, you simply don't know anything. You don't know anything, so I've got to explain it all to you. And while I'm explaining it to you, I'm explaining it to the reader. I think it's like a just good way to kind of info dump world lore in a way that doesn't feel like, yeah, bitch, I already know this, right? So basically, Albie talks about how once a month, for whatever reason, nobody has their memories. A boy gets shot up through the ground into the Glade. It's like a hard place to survive. Like they've had to make their own buildings. They each have their own jobs. They have like chefs and medicine people and all these different things, right? Like it's very Lord of the Flies. Like they have basically had to create their own society with its own rules, and those rules have to be followed and adhered to quite strongly. Otherwise, everything's going to fall apart. There's always this kind of reference to like the Dark Ages where like a bunch of people died. Okay, so that's basically what's happening. Thomas doesn't remember his name. This is the Glade. It's full meadow, and then there's like a wall. There's like a stone wall with an opening in it. And that's the maze. I saw a review on Letterboxd that did genuinely floor me, and I know there's some in-universe example that I don't know why it is, but somebody was like, why don't they build a ladder? And I was like, for real. Like, it's a tall stone maze, but what if you just built a ladder and went on the top? Do you know what I mean? Like, it is a compelling argument. They have a job sect in this community that is the maze runners. From the title, yeah. And their job is to wake up early in the morning when the maze opens and run the maze, mapping it, trying to find a way out. The maze resets and is constantly moving. So, seems like a fool's errand at this point, but they're all, what I think also works about this is they are simply all like 16-year-old boys. Like, they're all teenage boys. And I actually think, given the circumstance, this is incredibly organized and well thought out. Like, as an adult, I'm like, that's stupid, babe. Let's build a ladder. But knowing that it's teenagers, you're like, well, yes, I guess we're gonna map the constantly changing maze. What the hell else are we gonna do? While walking around the glade, Thomas meets a couple other like main characters. Let's talk about their names. So there's Thomas. He doesn't know his name yet, but his name is Thomas. Albie, Newt, Gally, and then Chuck. So Newt is kind of Albie's right-hand man. He's played by the boy from Love Actually, and it is one of my favorite things in the my favorite aspect of this movie might genuinely be that he is randomly British. Everyone else is American. They have actors, which we'll get to later, who are British, who are playing American, doing terrible American accents, and nothing but love and light. Girl, I'm not booking, you know what I mean? I'm not an actor. I don't have to do a British accent on the world stage and humiliate myself. But these American accents are rough. But for some reason, Newt is just fucking British. Newt's just fucking British, and we're not talking about that. We're not unpacking that in any way, shape, or form. Yeah, Newt's kind of like Gally's deputy. I don't think it's actually ever established in that way, but they're very close. I remember from being in the Maze Runner fandom when I was in middle school. Yeah, what about it? You got something to say? No? I remember that these two were shipped heavily on Tumblr, and I support it. Watching the movie again, I was like, yeah, I think that's correct. Then we have Gally, who is played by Will Poulter. When my friend was talking to me about the movie, she was like, oh, it has that guy with the eyebrows. What's that guy with the eyebrows called? And then she just looked up guy with the eyebrows. Will Poulter immediately came up. He's playing Gally. Gally's kind of the antagonist bully in this universe. It's confusing because he is right in a lot of ways, but he's ruled by his fear. So in many ways, he's kind of like, Thomas comes in, and because he is a pinnacle of American individualism, shakes things up and does things his own way. And Thomas is like, that's suspect. We don't know anything about this guy. People keep kind of alluding to that he might be in their memories part of why we're in here. He's shaking things up and doing things differently when we've had to so carefully adhere to this code of conduct so that people don't die. Like, we need to be punishing him, not killing him yet, but we need to be punishing him so that he understands the importance of adhering to this code of law so all doesn't go to shit. So like, Gally is wrong messenger, right message, where he, I think, is rightfully suspicious of Thomas and everybody else's just blind trust of Thomas. It's just that Gally doesn't know that he's in a YA dystopian novel and therefore needs to implicitly trust the main character. Albie, as I said before, is the leader of the Glade. He was the first boy to be sent up and had to survive a month alone in the Glade. I would have gone insane. Actually, I'm thinking about it, and I actually think I would have loved. I would have been living actually maybe my best life. But he's the leader. And he's mature. He's like one of the most mature of the boys. He's the leader of the group. And then we have Chuck, who is much younger than all the other boys. And he's kind of Thomas's little buddy. And he just talks and acts like a character you know is going to die. Is that a spoiler? Absolutely. But you know, in a show, it's like in Rue. You know what I mean? When there's like a young, innocent character in like a story like this who is somebody for the main character to take care of to make us like them, you're like, okay, this character is getting murdered in the third act. Like, this character will be murdered before the third act or in the third act. I swear I'd put money on it. Okay, so he just kind of says sweet stuff. He's very nice, and he's like, I love Thomas. At one point, he has a little figurine he's made out of clay, and he's like, I made this and I'm gonna give it to my parents when I escape. And you're like, bitch, the way you are not making it out of the maze. You are not, there is no way you're making it out of the maze. You are a plot device, babe. So this is kind of what I mean by boy band vibes. There's other minor characters that I believe had a much larger part in the books, like Jeff and things like that. They have somebody who is basically like the doctor of the group. They have somebody who's like the chef of the group. They're minor characters in the movie itself, so I'm not going to go over them too deeply. I think that they have a larger part in the later movies. Oh, we have to talk about the other main character, Minnow. Minnow is the maze runner. He is the leader of the maze runners, and he runs the maze. That's really it. When I watched the movie, I was like, he has simply no traits besides running the maze. He has absolutely no traits besides he goes in that maze. He comes out every day. Two things I'll say about Minnow. His hair is always gelled into a quiff. So when the company that sent them up there, Wicked, by the way, the company that sent them up into the maze is called Wicked, WCKD. So they send up supplies with the new boy every single month. And I guess Wicked puts hair gel in that supplies. They go, that's worth it. Also, when the boys get sent up, they get sent up in a pair of clothes and they wear those clothes constantly, which I think about a lot because the smell. First of all. And also, if you get a bad outfit, that's just your clothes for like 3 years. Because they've been in like the glade in the maze for 3 years at this point. Minnow is in a button-down shirt. The other guys are in like cargo and a Henley or whatever, which like I still would hate. I would find the sensation of that absolutely troubling. There's something about the sensory, like the feeling of being in a Henley that like actually makes me, I want to like die to make the sensation stop. But I would any day take a Henley over being forced into a form-fitting tight button down while my ass is running the maze. We can't get one sewer. We can't have somebody who's sewing, making new clothes. So that's the thing about Minnow. He has simply no personality trait. I hate to say it. These names are odd, right? Thomas is fairly normal, but Albie, Newt, Minnow? Let me tell you, I looked this up. When I read the series for the first time as a child, maybe this was talked about. I forgot. And the joy of learning, it absolutely made my day. They're all named after inventors. Yeah, let that wash over you. Let that wash over you. Let that metabolize. Isn't that so joyful? Isn't that such a choice that James Dashner, formerly known as James Patterson, I actually realized it is. Great. Thomas Edison, Newt, the guy who the apple fell on. My brain keeps going Newt Scamander, but I know that's the main character from that god-awful Harry Potter sequel series. Newton, Isaac Newton. we got there. Albie, Albert Einstein. Yup, from the movie Oppenheimer. Galileo. I wonder if the other ones that have more normal names like Chuck and Jeff also have inventors. But I don't know for sure. You might be like, one of these doesn't make sense. Like, what's Minnow in reference to? Because the Maze Runner takes place in the future, Minnow is named after an inventor that hasn't been born yet. I love that. That is so stupid and fun. I'm obsessed. Being like, oh, you don't know Minnow? He's an inventor from 2000. I don't even know what time period this takes place in. I'm obsessed with that choice. Okay, now you're in on most of the lore. We'll unpack more of it as we get going. But basically, Thomas spends his first day on the glade meeting everybody. At night, they have a celebration where he gets in a fight with Gally. Gally's like, do you want to physically fight me? And Thomas is like, yeah. Because Thomas hates Gally. Because Gally doesn't like him. They fight, and Thomas throws him on the ground. And everyone's like, what? No, wait, Gally throws Thomas on the ground. And everyone's like, whoa, Gally. And again, not to be a Gally defender, because I'm about to be wrong in 2 hours when the movie ends, because Gally is, spoiler alert, evil. In this instance, he's not wrong. He challenged him to a wrestle. It's not his fault that he's stronger and he threw Thomas on the... That's what wrestling is. It's almost to me similar to like a Lion King. If you name one of your sons Mufasa and the other Scar, what choice does Scar have but to not be evil? We are willfully misunderstanding Gally to the point in which we're making him evil. Like, is he kind of an asshole teenage boy? Yes, but like, he's not killing anyone yet. You know what I mean? Like, Thomas is an asshole, which Thomas is such an annoying asshole. He immediately comes into this carefully orchestrated environment specifically made for the survival of the unit and starts asking questions and breaking rules and just being a fucking capitalist asshole. And I know that it works, okay? Spoiler alert, 'cause he's the main character, it works. But I don't blame Gally for being upset about that, because it's like, this guy's coming in going, why can't we all go in the maze? And it's like, bitch, there's a reason. We've been here for 3 years. And at different points, he's like, why don't you do this? He's questioning all these other ways to get through the maze. And they're like, we've tried it all. We've been here for 3 years. So Thomas goes to sleep. Oh, after he remembers his name is Thomas. He hits his head and he remembers his name is Thomas in his fight with Gally. So actually, in a way, Gally helped him remember his name. He goes to sleep and he has these very strange, discombobulated, shattered dreams where they're kind of like the Matrix, like they're the color grading of the Matrix, or like the title sequence to the series Bones, where it's kind of like greeny, bluey, whatever, and it's like lab coats, laboratory, blah 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 blah. Like it's just like kind of like shattered little images, and then
You didn't hear that. And you're welcome. And if you're talking to me, I can't hear you. Fuck. I did it again. I literally did it again. This is me. Just. Hi.
Okay. Battery died.
I see.
Two iron, two of these. I think that's all I needed for that. Two iron ingots.
I'm gonna be replacing these stairs for not very long, but I really do like these stairs.
Okay.
I don't know about you. The living wood looks extra nice. Oh, the snowshoes, you can see them.
Yeah.
Do you see my green hat?
Kind of doing something at the moment.
Okay.
Well, let me see. Turn around. Where are you going? Oh, there's the living wood. Aha! You're a fucking leprechaun.
Got clouds, boy.
You with your double jump too. It does a little poot when you double jump.
Yeah, I know, it's so good.
Oh,
Bye.
the goblin trader's back.
Yeah, he's back. Guess who's back?
I don't got no cobblestone to give him really.
Me
A
either.
little bit. When you come back down with those stairs, don't worry about. Go ahead and break down if you find any gaps in the stairs, because there's some places where I didn't like. There's like a gap. It looks bad.
Yes, there's just water somewhere.
No, not that. That was you.
Oh, you're talking about the other gaps.
Maybe.
Ones where you just like little
I can
rooms
never
off to the
tell. I
side.
can never tell if you actually know what I'm talking about sometimes. So I'm just gonna wait until the moment comes, and then we'll talk about it then. I did that, right? I did do that. Okay. And then I put you here.
Portuguese pavement. The fuck? Oh, London rock.
Oof. Applied energistics also. Fuck.
A vivid wave is what I call it. Lemon flower, shimmering mushroom. No, living wood twig.
Yep, okay. Glad I found that. Stopped wasting that amount of stuff.
So fun.
Did I mute in time for that sneeze?
Just barely.
Ayy.
Third one. Okay,
I count it.
Wish I
Barely
could-
does count. Almost doesn't count, but barely does.
Oh, petal.
It's no, there's no sun. That's why nothing's working.
Yeah, there is no sun at the moment.
I need a sun.
Never thought I'd hear those words today.
I need a digital sun. I need a sun in Minecraft. I do still want to adopt a kid. That's another thing that I'm like, that seems like not really a hope that's real.
Later in time, for sure.
Yeah, or just not probably because not gonna happen. I've lived long enough at this point, which is not that long, but long enough to know that most of the time that later just means fuck it.
Not every time, though.
Not every time, but a lot of the time. Especially when like not much is whatever. Okay, how do I make another 3 of these? I guess I just need 2 more of these. What? Did I just throw all that redstone somewhere?
A harvesting drone? Oh, upgrades. Wow, that's interesting.
Where'd that go? What? 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 Do you have 8 pieces of redstone somewhere?
I do not. That was one thing I didn't find.
Damn.
Although if you're looking for, you know, some of that good industrial hemp, then I can get you the hookup.
Ha!
Well,
Not quite. Thank you, though. I appreciate that. I don't remember what I needed it for. Okay, yeah, I do. I think I'm about to move from strip mining to devastation mining. I think it's about time to just absolutely go to town on this wall. That served me nothing. It's a total waste of my time. Wow, it's the only thing doing anything and it still can't power this. Damn. That's crazy.
should probably pilfer these seeds. For botania purposes. Oh wow, I got a suspicious potato. I didn't even notice.
Keep an eye on that one. Never know what that might do.
There's so much industrial hemp.
I'm in such desperate need of redstone.
to do so much. Powder, steel, how the fuck? So y'all ain't gonna tell me about these generating flowers? Not at all.
I might actually have all this.
The pool.
Is that better than? I guess it's more consistent than solar.
Drop 1 diamond for a pearl. Sugar, dye. Oh. Glass,
'Cause I don't have redstone, so. Spin, baby, spin. Oh, I'm dead inside.
Oh god, Wandering Trader Son, you scared the fuck out of me.
What's up, buddy? I can't
How the
talk
fuck
to
do you even make a petrified? Do you happen to have any excess emeralds on
Wow,
you?
it
There's
produces
actually
way more than the solar generator? That's crazy. Anyway, huh? Do I happen to have
Do you
what?
have any excess emeralds on you?
Got like 25 or something.
Could I get like 10 of them?
Sure.
Oh, what are you getting from him?
Nothing. Just giving you shit. Take my shit. Take my shit from me. What a deal.
Where is it? I mean, where did you go?
I left.
Did you go down to the thing?
I don't have the emeralds with me.
Yeah, I was like, were they here?
I don't walk around with my spending money. You crazy? In this economy?
Thank you. I gotta go catch that man before he disappears. Dang it. Come here, you invisible man. Where are you? Oh, your llamas have fallen in the hole. Come here. Oh, goodness.
Do I have the ability to make another one of those? Because that would actually be sick if I could. That did a lot to... Nope. Redstone, you bitch! You're so cruel. Where are you?
Probably deeper than we ever want it to be.
I guess I should just start digging deeper, shouldn't I, with my staircase.
You have to go deeper.
Deeper. It's sleepy time. Sleepy times.
Oh, he'll only do me one per day. This is dumb. You lost your llamas, my guy. So the windmill was much faster.
Yep. Good deal faster. So I'm about to go see if I can find some redstone to make another one.
Moss coral block. I finally got some cabbage seeds.
I'm happy for you.
Dear God, please don't listen to me.
Huh?
Oh, I said, dear God, please don't listen to me.
Oh, I'm hearing all of what you're saying.
I hope you know that what you're doing is committing a heinous crime, and you will be made to pay for your transgressions.
You didn't sound very, very confident there in your judgment.
You just don't worry about that part.
I'm a little worried, but also not that worried because I think I can handle it.
It's a trap. A few more. Okay. Let's... 6, 7, 8, 9. Just as long as you're not stealing my seeds, Enderman. Took me a long time to get those dang seeds.
This rhyolite breaks with a pretty interesting sound.
Mm?
Where are you? Oh, you're way away.
Log, a copper ingot. So I got the log. It's copper ingot. So 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, but first I gotta a mana star. Credit for returning a profit or not. 'Cause you need colors to still pull on the flowers from red. There's a loss.
Hollow solid.
Blue, there's a profit. So I need cyan, light blue, green, and red. Cyan, light blue, green, red. Cyan, light blue, green, and red.
Oh, some deep slate just like glows, I guess, and it drops a geode. Cool.
Neato. Oh, I need a bucket. I didn't have a bucket? I know I had one. I should put this waste stone down. I stole it from a village.
How will the villagers know how to get home? Minecraft is neat because it's like, what if colonialism, but you didn't have to care about, you literally didn't have to care about the land that you were colonizing at all.
Hey, babe, come. If we didn't have to care about how we were colonizing, I think it'd be awful.
Well, that's Minecraft for you, baby.
Yes, I know. I'm just. Can I give you seed? You
wanna
won't
give
eat
me
hemp
your
seeds.
seed?
Seems this kind of birdie bird don't like hemp seeds.
Hey, redstone, finally.
You ever just break grass and get seed?
Not without getting dinner first.
Oh, you're a bird now.
I'm a bird. I don't know. I don't know. And baby, I don't know.
Oh fuck! Fucking look, look. Oh no! I suddenly need a different infinite water source.
How will you ever?
How will I ever
Ah!
survive?
I did not know that that would explode. I mined something called Stella Arcanus.
Oh yeah, the Stella Arcanus do explode.
It went boom. Why didn't
I
you
didn't
warn
realize.
me?
I didn't realize you were gonna find the
Why didn't you
VGM.
warn me? Alright, let me come back out now and... It's almost time to go to sleep, okay. I need so many more stairs.
Don't you worry.
I'm worried.
Lovely.
I stay so. Ah! My bed's on fire.
Your bed is on fire?
Yeah. It was next to the lava. I've got to make this room bigger. I don't have much space down here. I'm working out of kind of a studio apartment kind of deal.
Oh, whenever you get a chance, come back up to the surface by the mega torch and touch the waystone.
Okay. What's that do?
When you find other waystones in the world, you
Can teleport between them?
you can teleport between them.
Okay. Heck yeah.
I named this
Homesteady,
one
not
home.
spaghetti. Your names are so cute.
No, you.
I'm like a bat.
I don't know why my water source is being weird.
Do 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 do.
Maybe it's
do,
because it's a 2x2.
do do do
Maybe it just hates
Do.
that.
do
Just
do.
have to-
do 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 do
Yeah.
do 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 do.
I'm not even gonna lie. It's been a while since I've heard some
Music.
music. It's been a bit.
Huh. I've been hearing it semi-frequently. This is that song that keeps going too. After it ends the first time, it comes back and has the little backing track that goes wee 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 wee. Weirdest track.
Spaghetti.
Osmium ingots. I need 6 of these.
My game froze for just a sec.
Oh no,
There we go.
come back. Wait, fuck, why did I do that? Oh well. Man. I don't know if this is a... Oh, I need 4 of these? Fuck. Ugh. But I think I still have enough for that, so that's good. might be able to do it by now. Iron ingots.
I know we're gonna have to go deeper at some point, but still.
Deeper. Oh man, I was so close and yet so far.
Brown, gray, red.
Good start though. I just need more torches now. I need a way to generate a shitload of wood repeatedly over and over again. Or like charcoal or something. I need like coal and I need charcoal and I need it both out the ass repeatedly.
Healthy ass repeatedly, huh?
Yeah. I need to just like be farting coal. Just sloppy farts too. Cake farts, but with coal. I didn't have twigs or anything, did I? No. Looks like I just need to go fuck some trees up.
Oh, is it light gray? Oh, I see.
Hey Kayla, you wanna watch me massacre nature?
No, not really.
I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
Here I go. How do I set this thing to murder mode? Oh, my game almost crashed. Here we go, fast. Start murdering trees. Bam. Oh, it's going to... Oh. The game's about to freeze. Creeper looked at me and the game's gonna freeze. Perfect time.
Oh no, oh no. Yeah, I was about to say. Oh my god, there's a cockroach.
Fuck these trees. I've always hated trees.
I think you should stop being a hater.
I think trees knew what they did. Now that
I
one I
think
have
you
to
need-
leave in midair because I can't reach because the tree creeper blew up the base.
Better pick up this creeper hole.
Would you like one of these super fast tools, by the way?
Sure, I'll take one.
And alright, it'll take me a second to whip up another one, but it's very useful. It's got several modes, one of which is like really, really fast, one of which is normal, and one of which is kind of slow in case you need it for like sand or something. Enderman just dipping around.
Don't mind me just doing flower magic, too.
Don't mind me, I'm doing science magic, which has already done some anti-nature magic. Nature ain't got shit on science. I see that you're going wild with the farm over here.
The farm?
What the hell is an Adzuki sprout?
Beans!
Okay. Cabbage. A seedy place? I don't know what that means. Oh, I picked up some seeds? I've picked up
yeah, you
seeds
picked
before.
up- You probably picked them up and it forgot, then... I don't know what to tell you.
Maybe that was picked up seeds from when they were planted instead of picking up seeds from just punching leaves.
Aw.
I still think every now and then about that guy in Dune being like, Lisa no Kai.
Mm-hmm. brown. No, it's just log. And then that feeling when pebbles just keep getting into your inventory.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of all the extra little bits that they add to these to the things that I can collect, even if they just all combine to the same item anyway. Kind of strange to get into a random cave deep underground and find an urn in there.
Just as long as you aren't stealing my crafting table, Enderman-san, please, please leave me alone. I implore you, Mr. Enderman-san, please, please leave me alone.
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
I sure would.
You admit it.
I said as much.
Wow, you admit it again. Some gold, some redstone, some iron.
Oh wow, this setup comes with 3 gold blocks? Oh wow.
Cool.
That is 3 whole gold blocks. Oh my goodness.
Freedom. Oh yeah, I forgot Mechanism probably still has the digital miner thing. That was the shit.
The one that like cut out chunks of the world, you mean?
No. That was the quarry. That was the quarry. I'm talking about the digital miner, which was like the thing where I brought it to you bring it to a place and it scans the chunk underneath it, and you just pluck all the resources that you want out of the whole chunk.
Wow.
Like without tearing up the whole world or nothing. You just like, this chunk has 80 diamonds. I'm like, yes, I will take all of those diamonds. Thank you.
Please give diamond doom. Thank you.
Need to get that set up again. That cost a shitload of power.
I'm back to the generating mana for this thing.
I see you doing that, yeah.
Man, it's barely filling up.
How far down does this
It's-
thing go again? Minus
What?
like
The
200 or some shit?
Minecraft? I have no idea.
It goes way down. I know that. Hey, redstone. I'll take that.
Mr. Enderman son, you please get out of my house. Please. 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 I beg of you. Leave my home.
It's gonna be weird to have an electric tongue scraper.
An electric tongue scraper would be so weird. Oh my goodness. Why would you say these things to me?
Cause that's what I'm gonna have soon if I get the if that thing happens.
Hmm?
Remember the electric tongue? It's really a tongue prod.
Yeah, it's like an electric thing, no?
Heal here. Wicked is good. Wicked is good. Wicked is good. Okay? Life continues as usual in the Glade. A couple of things of note. They, similar to all YA dystopian novels, have a kind of period jargon or slang that is made up and fake. So at one point, Chuck says I almost clunked my pants, which means shit. They call Thomas a greenie, which is like the new boys sent to the Glade, which I personally love because greenies are also the name of like toothpaste treats for cats and dogs. So I love that. They also call him a shank, which is just like the Glade's version of kind of a slur, or like calling you like a dick or an asshole. And like, you're such a shank. I don't really know what it means because it, like many swear words, it simply is all purpose. He learns more about the maze, basically that nobody has ever survived a night in the maze. He really wants to join the maze runners, but maze runners are chosen every single day. The maze opens, they run in, and they run out trying to map the maze. There are things called grievers in the maze, which are these kind of mechanical spiders. I hate this because in the books, they are genuinely scary because it's that's what books are good for, is you can imagine whatever is most scary to you. It is easier to make something scary that you can't see than to make something that you can see be scary. You know what I mean? So in the movie, they're these kind of fleshy, half robotic spiders. Cool. Yeah. Okay. And they can attack and kill people in the maze, and they specifically come out at night in the maze. But sometimes they come out during the day as well, because life is senseless. Good things happen to bad things happen to good people. Move on. I'm sorry if I have to be the one to tell you this. One of the maze runners' names, his name is Benjamin Franklin, I'm assuming. He comes out, and Tom's is just like kind of vibing in the woods, going to get fertilizer. Well, he's not vibing. He's pissed because he's been there for 4 days and wants to run the maze. And it's like, bitch, put in the work. He is a fabulous YA protagonist in that he is objectively aggravating as a person, which makes for an interesting story. But you're like, shut up, Thomas. You're making me align myself with Gally. That's how annoying you are. Anyways, they're like, go get fertilizer, Thomas. And he's like, I have to get fertilizer. It's like, yes, bitch, you've been there for 4 days at most. And while he's getting fertilizer in the forest, Ben is behind him, and he's kind of breathing and acting rabid and pale. And you're like, something happened. I don't know what's going on. It simply can't be good. And he's like, I can remember now. You're behind this. You did this. Yikes. Attacks him. Thomas runs out to the glade. Everyone's like, whoa, 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 what's going on? They catch Ben, and they see that Ben's been stung by a griever. The infection is spreading. It's going to kill him. It seemingly attacks your nervous system in a way. It doesn't make you a zombie by means of you move differently. It just makes you rabid, really aggressive and fast and strong because it's almost like adrenaline, but not like a zombie, right? But it seemingly now we also know from what Ben has said makes you remember your memories from before, but then you die. So that's not really helpful to the group. So then they basically, in a horrific scene, very well done, I will say, they take all his
Turns out
clothes off
Rocket's
besides his
at
underwear and
minus,
little
like,
like
60.
tank top. And when the maze is closing, they put him in front of the maze and get sticks, like curling. I don't know if that's a reference everyone understands. I'm Canadian, but you see it at the Olympics. It's like a little brush. They all have little brooms, and they brush his little ass into the maze where he gets the door closes, he dies. And he's like, no. Great acting, because it's like, you know when people can scream and yell in movies, and it's like really like animalistic and scary. Like it's not an angry scream or yelling. It's like a scared, wounded. It was that, and it was very scary. If I was Thomas and somebody said, I remember everything now, bitch. You're behind this. But you could not torture that information out of me because I have base level survival instincts that I'd be like, if everyone here thinks that I did this, I'm toast, right? Gally already sharpening his blade to kill me. I can't give him ammunition, but not Thomas. So Thomas is like, yeah, it's so strange. He said that he got all of his memories back and that I'm behind this. That's weird. Everyone's like, well, that's crazy. Also, my mental state would not be able to handle this because Thomas is like, what does he mean? We've got to figure out the mystery. And that's why Thomas is a good YA protagonist, even if he's annoying. Because if somebody was like, it's your fault, I'd be like, absolutely, I agree. I agree. I have no information. I agree. Tell me more. Well, Ben, I believe you. I would wake up in the maze and my mentally ill brain with compulsive, obsessive thoughts would be like, but with no evidence. I'd be like, I did this. It is my fault. I don't know how. Maybe I had an intrusive thought where I was like, I'm gonna put a bunch of boys in a maze and then the universe did it, but I know this is my fault. So I couldn't have someone like Ben be like, it's your fault. I'd be like, yeah, babe, I'm so happy somebody else knows this. It's been eating away at me. I know this is my fault. I just don't know how. Because Ben got stung by a griever and pushed into the maze to be killed, they're in the market for a new maze runner, baby. Yes! Congrats, Thomas. So Thomas is like, I'm about to be a maze runner. He wakes up and Albie's not there because he's gone into the maze to retrace Ben's steps because gravers don't usually like sting in the daytime. So I guess that's why. Thomas is pissed about this because he's like, I want to go in the maze. You don't get this in the movie because you don't have any interiority. Like you don't get to hear his thoughts. But I remember this from the book and I do think Dylan O'Brien plays it fairly well where he's kind of like, he thinks that Albie knows more than he's letting on. And Thomas has kind of like got this feeling, which I do think would be scary, but I just don't think it's true, of being like Albie or like or Gally don't want anybody to actually leave the maze. Maybe Albie wants everyone to be here because of the power or something like that. So he's pissed that Albie's gone into the maze. Whatever. A storm comes to the glade and Albie and Minnow aren't back and the door is like closing and everyone's like, well, we lost two good ones today. That's a bummer. But then we see we see Minnow carrying Albie. Albie's been stung again and he's like knocked out because Minho knocked him out so he wouldn't go crazy and kill him. And he's trying to drag Albie out the maze, but he's too slow because the door's closing. And Thomas jumps in because it's got to be about Thomas for some reason. So now him, Minho, and Albie are all trapped in the maze overnight. No one has survived a night in the maze and made it out alive. What Minho lacks in personality traits that he makes up for in getting epic lines to say. They give him a lot of epic kind of trailer-worthy lines. So Thomas runs into the maze, doors close, and Minho goes, congrats, you just killed yourself. Like, that is a banger. I'm sorry. So they spend the whole night in the maze. Albie is knocked out because Minho had to knock him out, as I said. They kind of hoist him up on this ivy so that they can run away and hopefully Albie's off the ground, so it's fine. The grievers are spiders, so like I do feel like they could climb up there, but whatever. It's the thought that counts, I guess. They get chased by grievers through the maze. It's boring. There's no way around it. And if you love this movie, like, that's totally fair. I have a lot of movies that I like will defend with my life. I find as an outside viewer, CGI violence from the early 2000s and in general is very boring to me because there's a part of my brain that unless it's done really well knows it's fake. I think the Hunger Games can get around this because even though it does utilize CGI and people can get killed by like the mutts or whatever, there's still so much human on human violence that the stakes feel high. When they're like running away from like a mechanical giant fleshy spider, I'm like, well, that's not real. so they spend the whole night in the maze running away from the spiders, whatever. Thomas kills one by setting a trap because Thomas is smart. Thomas is strategic. And two.
Yeah, I'm strip mining at minus 48 now. I almost walked into what I thought was a lava pit, but it's actually just like a room with some lava in it.
Let's see. I want to come mine with you. You said you were at negative what again?
Oh, I'm at minus 54.
But I don't see.
Just keep looking. Did you go all the way down the stairs?
I did, but you weren't down there. It was just a hole.
Hi.
Yeah.
I said I was strip mining.
Yeah, but you were at, when I went down to negative 54, this is negative 48 and you have stairs.
Oh, yeah, it's true. It went down further.
Deeper. There's
Deep.
Definitely a cave somewhere.
Well, yeah, there's lava above or below us. I don't know which.
This tough stuff. What is this?
I guess it's below.
Rifleite?
Yeah, it's below us.
The cave?
The lava.
Mm.
I can go. I think I have enough stuff to try and put you together. Another atomic disassembler. I think I'll go do that. Although you did just come down to join me. Where are you at?
I'm just looking. I'm looking at the map. There's
Oh,
a
I
few
see.
just items of interest down here in this cave system. Super cool.
There are angry spiders, that's for sure.
Yeah, makes me wonder if there's a spawner somewhere. Oh, that's my ship. That makes so much more sense. Oh, shit.
This is that happy music that keeps cutting in and then cutting out randomly.
Yeah, I hear it. Oh, there's something screechy at me on the other side of this thing.
Whoa, I got blinded.
Oh no, there's Skulk! Oh, leave. Leave, leave. Well, technically they can't get here since I think there's a Skulk cave over there, and there's like a thing that if you're not sneaking, relays sound to the warden. And when the warden gets spawned, it blinds you.
Oh, that's why I got blinded. Okay. I found
Yeah,
some,
so let's
like
leave
I
that
found
over
some
there.
diamonds and then instantly got blinded. I was like, "What the no, wait.
Oh, I see where you found your diamonds.
Where I lost them."
They're over here.
Okay. You can
Oh,
have
there's
them.
even more. Hold on.
Actually, wait. I can do it quick and save your pickaxe, which is limited. Or has to be fixed with stuff.
There.
Remember, my weapon is powered with renewable energy.
I see.
And there goes the music.
There goes the music. I'm picking up the deep slate as you go because I like using this block.
Okay. I'm almost out of charge, so I'm gonna have to turn around and pop this in the thingy.
So angry. Ooh, dark stone.
Okay, so this was a fruitful venture. Found like 9 or so diamonds.
And I found some stone that looks amazingly dark.
Now I'm gonna go charge this thing and make you one. I can't believe that song keeps like coming in out of nowhere, no build up, and then it just exits mid measure.
Yeah, now I'm hearing like the leisure music and I'm like, what the heck?
Oh man, we need stairs on the rest of this staircase so bad. Jump, 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 jump.
You get fucking hungry on the way up. It's crazy.
You know it. You ever have a staircase? You ever go up a staircase that's so long that you get like starving on before you get to the top?
Man, no, but I hope I never see the day.
I hope I never have to as well. I have some dark stone for you already if you want it. It's in my chest up here.
I'll take it. It's a beautifully dark.
You love the beautifully dark.
This is such a large vein of dark stone. Like, wow.
It's just any normal material down there.
I know, but it's just so good.
I'm not saying it's bad. I don't know if I need that, but might as well.
I'm always afraid with like the digital miner that I'm gonna be like mining a normal block and then there's suddenly a cave.
The digital miner? Oh, you mean the fast thing that I have?
The fast thing, yeah.
Well, I mean, that's why you get an extra thing that makes you able to see in the dark. You just need to be able to see in the dark, and then you're good. And to be paying like a little bit of attention, just a little bit,
The tiniest bit.
tiny bit of attention, you know.
Oh, speaking of suddenly a cave. Oh. No, just suddenly made my way back to where you were. Lol.
That is a deep staircase.
Yes.
Ugh. My game keeps freezing up. I don't know what to blame it on.
Yeah, there's like a sound that sounds like like a gurgling noise, and if you hear that, that usually means you're near like some skulk.
Diamond.
You scared the shit out of me.
By saying diamond.
Yeah, just like suddenly I was like, huh? Hmm.
Diamond. Diamond. Boo.
I'll never be the same.
I hope that's not true. I want to say that. I hope that's not the case.
Hmm. No.
Oh man, I am absolutely draining this system of all the juice that it can give me. That's all you can do. You've done what you can do, and now you must stop. Really? That's silly, but okay.
We're gonna need so many more stairs.
Yeah.
Hop, 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 hop.
Hey.
Hey. Some more diamonds and redstone for ya.
Thanks, babe. Oh shit, I already had one of these. Fuck yeah. Oh, and some of this. Oh my goodness, I'm glad I looked in here again.
The refined obsidian dust that just disappeared.
Yeah. Heck yeah. That's what you need.
Mr. Enderman-san, are you still here?
Oh. This doesn't have such a thing. Hmm.
Oh my god, he is just in my home. He might kill me if I attack him, let's be real. I'll get him hot, show him what I got. Oh, 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 oh. So what is the use of that? Then making a crude scythe? I mean, like, what do would scythe do? I guess I would learn then.
Something crude.
Yeah, you'd probably make a spirit altar.
All right. Where you at? You at your tree?
Apparently, if you smelt runewood logs, they
You at your
burn
tree?
even longer. Yeah, I'm in my tree.
All right. I'm on my way to give you a stick. Here you go.
What size?
Bam.
Bottle of sap, well, which makes for a rejuvenating drink.
You hold down N to change the mode of that thing that I gave you. In, as in nincompoop. I await 4 hours from now, possibly in the next play session, when you're like, since when do I have an atomic disassembler?
Let's see. There's even like an off switch. Cool. Oh, this thing kind of makes a noise. I wonder if I could use that. Two greens, an orange, and a oh, I needed redstone, but like two of them. Thank you.
You're welcome. By the way, if you jump up the stairs, you go even faster up the stairs.
My little double jump sometimes that makes it a bit hard.
I guess that's true, but you just slowly tap the jump, but that's probably fine.
Oh, he's gonna be so mad. I think I have to kill him. I think I have to kill him. He's stuck in my house. I'm so sorry, sir.
Wow, it still is not as much as the wind generator. That's crazy. Oh well. Is it because of... I don't even know. He's mad. Ho's mad.
Oh. Yeah, he can only really get up right here. And there we go. Thank you. Hey, you stole my XP.
Sucks to suck. Have you tried standing in the place I was standing in?
I just want more eggs from my chicken. Every egg I get from you, I will just be throwing them until I get another chicken. I have so much pig now. And I still need cows for leather. I can't keep killing the local horse population for it. I'm feeling really bad, and it's really bad for my psyche at the moment.
What do I do now? I've gotten a lot of the starting stuff set up for mechanism here. I do still want a nuclear reactor, but that's for later. Or I mean, like, I could just start that now. The sooner I start it.
It was a grass block. Wow.
I need a shitload of steel, and I need lead. But I think before then I want to get started with the chemical stuff. Yeah.
I don't have any glass bottles. I literally have none of it. Oh, because I was still doing the thing over there. Shit.
Okay, so to use this, I need 2 of those. One of these. One of these. It's not too bad. 2 of these, 1 of those. So I need, in all things, 4, 6 of those. Seven of those, actually.
Where did you say I needed to go to smelt things?
Down here. I can move it at some point.
Where?
This top one is called the smelting factory.
Oh.
Yeah, the power is slowly trickling down, which means I still need to, I guess, either upgrade this thing itself or put an upgrade in it. Here's the music again.
Back at it. I forgot it was glass that I needed.
I guess I should build another wind turbine because that actually, like, tripled my power right away. And there it
Oh,
goes.
it's out. There it goes, yeah.
Why is it like that?
I don't know.
Osmium dust. Okay. And glass. And then gold dust and glass. Okay. Do I have gold? Do I have glass? Good. It's almost out of power. Oh no. Okay, it still has enough power to do 2 at a time. That's good.
Yeah. I'm gonna take this for now.
Alright.
Trying to take all the sand out and it is not letting me.
Oh yeah, it like wants to reshuffle. So if you turn off auto sort, you can pick up the thing.
Gotcha. Thanks, Beam.
No problem, babe. Free.
Free. But if you happen to find coal, let me know. I still need that to power my mana things.
All right. Coal. I have a little bit of coal.
Whatever coal that you're not using.
You can have all my coal. If coal is precious to you, then you can have all the coal I pick up, and I can just use charcoal.
Either one, really.
Oh, charcoal is also useful to you?
Yeah, as long as it's combustible.
Okay. Well, in that case, we fight, and you're gonna take the charcoal, and you take it from my dead body.
Okay.
To be fair, they fucking need that. Because so far their plan for the last 3 years has been map the
Oh,
maze.
you're
Nobody
right.
build a fucking ladder, map it. Thomas kills a Griever, they make it out alive, and everyone's like, whoa, he saved Albie's life. Albie's still knocked out because they don't want the, like, Griever sting to spread and stuff, and they
Oh,
want to treat
that's
him
right.
for it. I guess they don't want him to go crazy and try and kill everyone. Thomas comes out alive, and they're like, well, we've got to make this guy a runner. And then Gally, my buzzkill king, is like, he ran into the maze, and he killed a Griever. They're all gonna retaliate now. We don't know what's gonna happen. Then the elevator comes up. Again, no supplies, just a girl. There's no girls in the glade. And she has a note in her hand saying, she's the last one ever. Whoever is sending up these boxes has a flair for the dramatic, and I have to support it. It's like so needlessly dramatic. Also worth noting, this girl is Effie from Skins. So, you know, Tumblr was eating that up, licking the palm of whoever was feeding that to them. She's passed out. She wakes up and goes, Thomas, and then passes out again. And Gally goes, you still think I'm overreacting? And like, this is what I'm like, Kelly is right but wrong. Like, again, because it's a YA dystopian, we know that Thomas and his instincts, even if they are misguided, even if they can in some way lead to a level of hubris, we know that because it's the genre, he's correct, right? It's the same thing if you're reading a murder mystery. You're like, the detective is right. Like, the main character has to be correct to some degree at some point. But Gally's concerns are valid. This is suspect as hell. So we've had Ben be like, I got, babe, all my memories back. You did this. Then Teresa comes up. Her name is Teresa. We don't know that yet, but she's gonna wake up and, and goes, it's Thomas. Dies, not dies, but passes out. No food, no medicine, no supplies coming up the elevator. It's the last one ever. Like, that is suspect as hell. Thomas goes back into the maze with, to find the Griever he killed, because he's like, we can dissect it and learn more about them, which I think is actually smart. I would not have thought of that. Fair play, Thomas. That's a good idea. So they go back and they find this, like, mechanical kind of, like, it looks like the bottom of a lightsaber. I don't know, it's just like a little mechanical, like, little silver tube, and it's got 7 written on it, and it's, like, almost like a homing device. It tells them how they can maybe, they think, get out of the maze, because it tells the Griever how to go back to their nest. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, how the Grievers get in is how they can get out. Amazing. What I love about this is Thomas has done something that I think is genuinely smart. He then, after finding, he goes, you know what this means, right? He has, like, the Griever homing device. He goes, you know what this means? Whoever made the Grievers put us in the maze. Obviously. Duh. No, duh. Obviously. What, you think that somebody separate made the Grievers? He's so smart and so impossibly dumb. Anyways, because he went into the maze without fucking permission or whatever, he gets a night in the pit, which is just like a pit in the ground. Fine. Chuck comes and talks to him and gives him some food. This is when Chuck is like, I made this figurine for my parents. And you're like, this kid is getting murdered for sure. We need to show the death of innocence somehow. And you're just collateral, my guy. He gets made into a runner. He gets taken by Minho to this shack that the runners make in the woods, where they've made basically like a diorama of the entire maze. And he's like, oh, we've mapped the whole fucking maze. Because I guess like it changes every night, but it changes like in a pattern where it's like different parts of the maze open up at different days or whatever. So he's like, we've mapped it all out. There's no way out. Peace and love. Peace and love that. And Albie knows this, but it's like, we need to give people something to believe in, which is good. I think that's a correct leadership move, being like, the second where there's no way out, we're killing each other for sure. So I think that's correct. And Thomas is like, Albie lied. It's like, yeah, move on, bitch, move on. They decide to use the Griever lightsaber thing to find their way out because it says 7 on it. So they're like, okay, the Griever is from section 7. So when section 7 opens, we can use this to find the Griever nest and leave the way the Grievers enter. They go back to the glade. Teresa, Effie from Skins, is up in a treehouse hiding from all the guys. She's woken up and she's throwing shit at them to get them away, which is like, I think legitimate. Another thing that I talked about with my friend when she watched The Maze Runner and then I watched it is being like, it is very funny that this is kind of a pick-me fan fiction fantasy, right? Being like, I'm the only girl in a group of hot guys. And you're like, she would be assaulted. Like, that would be a serious concern in this community for sure. There is one girl. It's all boys. They're horny as hell. They also all would be f***ing each other, by the way. But I get not including necessarily that in this child's book. But like the reality of the situation of this pick-me fantasy when it is actually enacted is quite terrifying. Like I remember watching it as a kid and being like, wow, that would be awesome. And now I'm like, that is genuinely a terrifying situation. Like she is right to climb up in a tree and be like, nobody get near me. It's so scary. But anyway, Thomas is at the bottom of the tree and goes, it's Thomas. And she doesn't remember who he is, but she like knows that she knows him and lets him up and they talk. I think in the books, they have telepathy. Let me know if I remember that right. They took it out of the movie, which is like fair enough. I think telepathy can be kind of hard to do, not stupid, in a movie of being just like, like, I'm not talking, but you can hear my thoughts, and they're like, how are you doing today? It is kind of corny, but they definitely have a connection. He explains everything to her. She's like, all I remember is Wicked is good. And he's like, me too. All I remember is Wicked is good. I love the film Wicked, part 1 and part 2. Wicked is good, okay? But then he explains everything in the Glade to her about her, like all the rules, whatever, right? They go to visit Albie in the medicine tent. The infection is spreading, and they're like, wait, Wicked is good. And then they have these kind of tubes that they've been given that just end up.
Huh?
It was just that my I had on chain legging pants, but they have since been broken, and I didn't notice.
Brutal. Oh, hey, buddy.
Oh, these are some good ass boots. Of course, that cost me quite a few damn levels.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now, if I
Okay.
wasn't before.
I guess did I get the sneeze in time? I think I did.
Just a little.
I'm gonna fight you. I'm gonna fight you.
Yeah, that won't let me do that just willy-nilly. The heck is Curse of Fleeting?
Being the antidote, and nobody's tried that out once. They just were like, oh, it says Wicked on these tubes given to us by Wicked. We know that Wicked is good. This is the antidote. So they give it to Albie, and Albie survives. Minho and Thomas go in, use the Griever homing device to find the exit. They find it, and then they come back and they're like, we gotta get everyone to leave. We've found the exit. They go and visit Albie, who is now woken up in the med tent. Survive.
Kind of
Similar to
wondering if
Ben, it seems that these
also means flint, because I also do have an abundance of flint.
I'm just wondering why this game keeps freezing. Is your game freezing at all?
It froze like once at some point for me. It might be the sheer amount of complicated block under you then. You also did dig real deep.
It could be any number of things. It could be my computer for all I know.
Shit. Normal. Look, I'm not sorry that I killed your brother, my guy.
Griever stings give you back all your memories. And he's like kind of low-key catatonic, like in shock, and he's like saying, terrifying, we can't leave, they won't let us. Good. Good. Love to hear that. Loving that. I don't know what to do. He also says Thomas is part of it somehow, which, girl, we know. We've got 3 people now cooperating in some way that Thomas is a part of this. Yeah. Yeah, that night, the maze does not close. The door stays open, the Grievers enact their revenge, they come out into the glade and start killing everybody. They start killing everybody and destroying the camp, they kill Albie. Rest in peace, King. Truly, I remember when reading the book, one of my favorite characters. I think the actor that plays him is really good. I'm gonna miss my King. What's my what? And you better believe this is a point of trauma for Newt in their slash fanfic. Absolutely. Oh, it's a real bury your gaze moment. Albie fights off one of the Grievers and dies while doing it, saving the camp. Thomas gets everybody away, whatever, they're fine. Thomas gets knocked out, wakes up in the pit again. The pit. It's like supposed to be a pit in the ground, but I'm like, what if it's like the pit of the show? Teresa, Newt, Chuck, and Min Minho are like, hey, Gally, ooh, how's taking control of the camp? Because Albie is dead, and then said that you're a part of this, and so did Ben, and kind of Teresa alluded to it. He's gonna kill you, babe. He thinks he's gonna kill you tonight, put you in the maze. That's kind of gonna be the situation. We have to get everybody together as well as we can, figure out some kind of escape, because it's now or never. Also, by the way, squad. That is a squad if I've ever seen one. So instead of actually banishing him and pushing him into the maze like they did with Ben, he's kind of Jesus style tying him to a cross as a offering for the grievers. At the last moment, they basically have an uprising where Minho, Newt, Chuck, Teresa, and Thomas are like, we're leaving. We found what we think is a way out. We're gonna go. Anybody here can come with us if they want. As they're doing this, like when they're planning this uprising before or whatever, one thing I want to know is they're like, Gally, has everyone convinced you're behind this? And it's like, yes, he is. He is. Obviously, it's like not necessarily Thomas's fault, but like we got that he's a part of it. And Thomas has his memories back for some reason, and he's like, oh, I remember what happened. Kind of. I don't remember why we're doing this, but they've been watching us since we were kids, these scientists, and every single month a boy would disappear, would go to the glade. I was working with them to send you guys into the glade. So like I am fully behind this. I sent y'all to the maze. And then he goes to Teresa and goes, you were too. You were working against blowing up her spot. I'd be like, bitch, don't drag me into this. Don't tell them that. He's like, me and Teresa were working with the scientists to send y'all into the glade. We don't know why we're here now. Something happened. So they all go into the maze. That's kind of like we now know. But you kind of knew that from the sprinklings, right, of Thomas being involved in some way. I think we know, if I recall correctly, I don't know if it's established in this. It's not established in this movie, but I think it might be established in the next, or they just don't establish it in the movie, but it's in the book. Thomas and Effie didn't agree with what was happening to a certain extent and tried to do like an uprising, and their punishment was being put into the maze. So there you go. So a bunch of the boys from the glade go with this crew into the maze to escape. They're all running. Worth noting, fully jogging. A light jog. Should be called the maze jogger for sure. And a lot of these extras are truly 35-year-old men. Nothing but love on that part. Great. But I'm like, that is a 30-year-old man. Should we not investigate why he's in the maze with these boys as well? Maybe he's behind it. He might be the scientist. We should talk to him. They get to the nest. It won't open without a code, and they're being attacked by grievers, and they all have to work together. Communism, socialism, yes. They all have to work together to kill the griever and fight the griever, and then they won't open without a code. And then Thomas is like, what order do the zones open in the maze? Like, what zone opens in what order? And that's the code, which I love. I guess it's a puzzle for them to solve, so fair enough. But if it was me, I'd be like, it's my birthday, girl. You're not gonna guess it because you don't know my birthday. They escape the maze. They go through this like porthole. They all escape the maze. Gally stays behind, obviously. They're in this industrial hallway now. They've escaped the maze, and they're walking down. It's very scary. It's like obviously abandoned, and like something happened. Like there's like kind of like dead scientist bodies on the ground, and the lights are flickering. Like you're like, something happened, which is probably why when they sent down Teresa, they're like, she's the last one ever, because something happened in the like area where the scientists were administering the maze experiment or whatever. Something happened and they had to run away. So they keep walking through. They walk into this control room with a bunch of dead bodies. It's very they find this like kind of hologram projection screen of buttons and computers and whatever, and they click that, and a video plays, and it's like the head scientist, this blonde woman, this blonde woman, and she's like, I bet you're wondering what we're doing here. She's like the head of Wicked, and she's like, congratulations, you got out of the maze experiment. I guess they call it the maze trial. And she explains to them why they're here. So we're gonna get into the lore of why they're here now. Strap in. And if you're like, that doesn't make any sense, yeah, it's in the future, and there was sun flares that scorched the earth. Good, yeah. And people were dying because of famine and flood. Climate change. Awesome. So we actually have this to look forward to, y'all. So that's awesome. That's my favorite thing about YA dystopias, when they describe the future and you're like, okay, yeah, that could happen for sure. Yeah, that could happen for sure. Anyways, because of all this famine and flood, I don't think they explain this in this movie, but the flare, which is a disease, was created as a type of population control. I think that's why it was created. They don't talk about that in the movie, but I remember that being a part of the lore. It was created as a form of population control, but they do talk about the flare. The flare is a disease that attacks your brain, and it attacks kind of like the fear, stress part of your brain, and turns you into basically what a sting from the griever turns you into. Kind of this aggressive, panicked, adrenaline-filled zombie thing. They don't know how to stop the flare. There's no way to stop it when it happens. But they realized that as the new generation was being born, some people were immune to the flare, these kids. So they took them away at Wicked to study them. At first, they were studying just like how their brains responded to stress, but then they needed to, I guess, put them in the maze to stress them out and study their brains. I don't really know why they wouldn't just put them in a coma and just study their brains that way, whatever. So they put them in the maze to study how their brains would react to stress. And then also the griever sting is a mutated form of the virus that if they give them the antidote, like they did with Albie, you can survive it if you're already immune. Right. To study, basically, if you get stung by a griever, what an immune person's brain does and reacts to the disease in the same way. It doesn't really make sense. I guess it is a mutated form of the disease, so they created a version of the disease that the people who are immune to it aren't immune to it, which seems very dangerous and bad. Don't do that. But like, that's why. So they were studying the way that their brains would react so they could find a cure. And then she's saying in this video, people didn't agree with their methods. Fair enough. You put a bunch of children in a torture maze and killed them. People aren't going to love that, sister. They're not going to be obsessed with that girl. For some reason, all the scientists now are evacuating because people didn't agree with their whatever, their methodology, sure, whatever. She says that the purpose of this experience was to study them to find out what makes them different. Not really specific in any way, but okay. And then she shoots herself in the head on the video. I screamed. The level of drama. I know this bitch is running Wicked, and I know it's named after Simply, the musical, and I know she was the one penning the little note going like, she's the last one ever because this girl has a flair for the dramatics and I support it. Boom. Dead. They look around, they see her dead body. Then, as they are about to leave, Gally is there, because of course, I believe he's been stung by the Griever, and he's like upset for some reason. I don't really understand it at this point. He has at this point become so evil, I now have to jump ship and stand Thomas. So I'm not happy about it. He also has a gun. He's gotten a gun from one of the dead scientists, I guess. Gally has a gun. Yikes. And he's like, yeah, get that. Yeah, whatever. He tries to shoot Thomas. Chuck jumps in front of him, gets shot, and then somebody else and throws a spear, spears Gally. Okay, so Gally's dead. Remember that. Because he ain't gonna stay dead in the later books and movies. Imagine getting a spear through the heart and living. What science are we operating with? Anyways, of course, because Chuck is this embodiment of innocence, he has to die. Thomas is upset that Chuck died and is like screaming and whatever at him. I don't remember what part of the Hunger Games movies it reminds me of. Basically, military people bust into the lab and start getting all the kids to be like, go, 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 come on. And he won't leave Chuck. They have to grab Thomas off of Chuck and pull him onto the thing, and he's like kind of like in shock, whatever. And he's in the helicopter and they're going away. It really made me realize the depth of the writing of Katniss, because when Rue died, her reaction felt very earned because I think their relationship felt deeper, and we knew that she was a kind of proto younger sister. You know what I mean? Like Rue was a stand-in for Prim in a way, and Katniss wants to protect the youth, whatever. Thomas being like this upset about Chuck doesn't really work for me. I get being upset, but a lot of these people have known Chuck for much longer than him, and we don't know about Thomas's past, so it's hard to understand why this specifically upsets him. Maybe when he was working in the lab, he knew Chuck and they had a relationship or something, or he had a younger brother, whatever. But because we don't know this, you're like, damn, this guy's upset. They pull them into this helicopter and they helicopter away, and they see that the entire world is basically a big desert, and like there's like destroyed, dilapidated, abandoned cities. Yup, amazing. Then we cut to a different medical boardroom where the dead scientist who shot herself in the head has a wet towelette, is alive, and is wiping the makeup away from her fake head gunshot wound. This is my sister. I'm obsessed with her. She fake shot herself in the head. She just wants to be an actor. She wants to do community theater, forced to find a cure for the flare. Because she shoots herself in the head, fake. The kids leave, and then she's like, the maze trial was a success. Lots of kids escaped that I didn't think were going to, but the more the merrier, I guess. But the trials have just begun. End of movie. Iconic. I do really think there was parts of this movie that deeply did not work for me. A lot of the CGI, some of the emotional choices. Like, I think we needed to dive a bit deeper into the characters, perhaps. Maybe that.
You said that this movie was bad. Oh, you said it was unhinged madness. That's not bad. Oh, but you do think that Devil Wears Prada sequel is bad? I don't give a shit about any of these movies that you're watching here, I gotta be honest. But I will drop a like for that, and a subscribe, and move on with my life. Oh, that come to me.
Yeah, game froze a second for me there as well.
Huh.
Dude, imagine asking about Taiwan next to Xi Jinping. It's so awesome. He's like, dude, you piece of shit. He's like, maybe Trump was the one who was telling the Chinese security to beat the shit out of the American press pool a little bit for him. Warm him up for me. Warm him up for me. These sons of bitches. Teach him how to act right.
Same day death sentenced. That cannot be how you run a country, babes. That cannot be. Hey.
A few times a decade, a show comes out that seems to dominate the media landscape. And in 2016, Netflix launched one of the first streaming shows that felt like everyone was watching and everyone was talking about: Stranger Things. Stranger Things was originally intended as an anthology
Can
series.
you even really say that Stranger Things had like a meaningful impact on culture when all it was doing was ripping off things that already existed and repackaging them in a sort of pastiche that people found pleasing to the palate? That's really all it is. It's just 80s nostalgia packaged. And that's what it originally was, and people liked that. And then they had to make a story out of it, and then it fell apart. That's how it always goes. Alright, I think I'm ready to start setting up for bed now. It has been a little while. Been going.
I know.
I know. You sound so butthurt about it. I know. Well,
Oh, it was a raccoon. I thought it was a pillager. Oh my god.
okay. Disconnecting.
Okay.